Alright, how's it going, guys? Today we're going to be doing a follow-up video to my most controversial video yet, which was Jack Hughes versus Kaapo Kakko. In my previous video, I received a lot of flack, and kind of deservingly. I intended to make the video more about the funny, not so much of a debate, but more of like how it's kind of funny how there's so much drama surrounding this topic. And with that being said, of course, this is the one video that blows up, and then everyone in Finland sees the video, and now they hate me. Obviously, I do really appreciate the feedback for those who actually wanted to give feedback. If I were to go back right now, I would do more of an analysis video, something more objective rather than just giving my opinion. So, I want to start this video off. So, first of all, also, Kakko just scored another unbelievable goal. Maybe I'll put up a little gif right here. It was just sick. Just sick. But I want to start this video off by just saying, like, even though I think Jack Hughes, you know, is a number one overall pick, I also believe that Kakko is a number one overall pick. I don't want people to not understand that. I believe that both of them have the potential to be the number one overall pick. However, I do believe Jack Hughes will be selected number one, but that doesn't mean I don't believe that Kakko isn't an amazing talent. I said it a lot in that last video, but it doesn't seem like it got through. But I do believe Kakko is a franchise player, just an unbelievable talent, just as I believe Jack Hughes is too. So, I kind of want to make this video a bit more objective. However, this is a subjective topic. The topic of potential, because here we have Kakko, who plays against men, and here we have Hughes, who is used to playing against boys, like so many people like to put it. Whatever that really means, come on. But we have the topic of potential. So what does potential mean? There's so many pieces, there's so many variables that could make up potential. Whether that's size, strength, shooting, you know, all these things. But in hockey, it's a bit different. It's just say in basketball, you have a 13-year-old kid who's, you know, 6'4" and already plays basketball. You think that guy has potential. He's already a massive. You need to be massive in the NBA. He has potential. In hockey, it is not the same case. But where does potential stem from? Well, potential really stems from hockey IQ. Hockey IQ is something that cannot be developed the same way that, you know, shooting can be developed, or skating, or, you know, puck handling, where all those things can be worked on. Whereas hockey IQ is something that people just develop naturally. You can obviously work on it to some extent, but hockey IQ isn't just something you can go train on during the summer and you'll be a completely different player. Hockey IQ is just completely different. It's something that you're born with. It's something that makes you a natural talent, and it's something that you just have. And now, with that being said, do I think that Kakko doesn't have hockey IQ? No. Kakko has a really great hockey IQ for his age. Just fantastic. He has fantastic potential, a really great hockey IQ, and is just an overall great player. But here, I'll draw a little comparison. Back in 2013, I remember Bob McKenzie talking about, you know, Nathan MacKinnon in the first overall pick of that draft. Obviously, Colorado had the first round pick that year, and that's when they selected MacKinnon. But I remember Bob McKenzie saying, you know, if Connor McDavid was eligible, and obviously I know this is Connor McDavid, it's a bit different, but just take it with a grain of salt. He said if Connor McDavid was available in 2013, Colorado would have chosen McDavid as how old was McDavid in 2013? As a 13-year-old, I guess. 13, he would have been like 13 or 14, over Nathan MacKinnon. Does that mean that Connor McDavid as a 13-year-old was better than Nathan MacKinnon? No, that does not mean that. But what that means is they saw the hockey IQ of McDavid, they saw the potential in him, and they would have taken him over MacKinnon. So when I look at Jack Hughes and Kaapo Kakko, you know, you could really argue that Kaapo Kakko is currently the better player. He has a strength. He's used to playing with men. He has a strength. He has the power. He has a shot. He can skate. But what sets Jack Hughes apart? Then why is Jack Hughes still, you know, for the most part, the consensus number one overall pick? It's the hockey IQ. And that's the main difference. I didn't really explain this well in my last video, so I really wanted to touch on this topic again. The hockey IQ. You know, whether you believe it or not, that makes a huge difference. You know, some people are just born with a different mindset than another player. And that mindset just can't be developed by training in the offseason. It's something that comes natural. And for Jack Hughes, yeah, he's 5'10", you know, is around 165 pounds, give or take. Yeah, maybe he won't transition to the NHL as well as Kakko will, coming from Liga. But Jack Hughes has that natural instincts, that natural, you know, mindset that I believe, is better than Kakko. And that doesn't mean that Kakko doesn't have an unbelievable hockey IQ too. He does. But there's just a reason why. He sees the ice differently, just the way, McDavid, just the way Johnny sees it differently. For example, Johnny and Patrick Kane are really great examples, Johnny Gaudreau, are really great examples of people with fantastic hockey IQ. They lack size, they lack power, but they see the game so differently that they are able to see those holes in the ice that a player that just uses pure strength, I don't know, just say Tom Wilson would see the game. And so, yeah, don't get me wrong. If Kaapo Kakko was selected #1 overall, would I be surprised? No, he's a fantastic talent. But so is Jack Hughes. And I see a lot of people saying, Jack Hughes, he's a centerman, he's 5'10", he's not going to be successful. If you really believe that, you haven't been following the game for the past 5 years, past 10 years. The game has been changing. We're not so reliant on power and grit anymore. The skill side is really taking over the game. For example, people say that Pettersson is just a tiny man who can't do anything. And yeah, he's actually 6'2", which is pretty tall. But that mainly comes from his neck. But he is a center and he is successful. And if Jack Hughes is better than Pettersson, then I'm not creating this debate right, or maybe I will. No, I won't. But if Jack Hughes is in the same realm as Pettersson, then why wouldn't he be successful? They're in similar weight, just a little bit of a height difference. But keep in mind they're similar weight, which would mean that Pettersson's more lanky. The argument that Jack Hughes can't be a centerman just because he's 5'10", I don't buy that. And if you believe that, then you're going to be proven wrong. Now, if Jack Hughes were to transition to wing, that's a completely different story. I haven't heard anything about that. I haven't heard any concerns about that, so I just don't buy it. And keep in mind, Jack Hughes is only 17. Actually, he just turned 18. He's actually younger than Kakko too. He just turned 18, I think, the other day, where he was finally able to take off his cage and his neck guard during the hockey championships. He's going to get stronger. Just say he puts on 15, 20 pounds. He's 185. He may become like a 5'11". Are we going to be having the same debate in 3-4 years when he fully develops and gains more strength? No. This is just, sorry guys, my camera died. But this is short term, which is the whole point of this video. In the short term, sure, Kakko might be the better player. He might be the better player right now. But in the long term, this is how I'm viewing it. And I see another common theme, which is where, Kaapo Kakko, if he was American, he would just be the consensus #1. Perhaps, obviously he'd be getting a bit more coverage, but keep in mind, NHL teams don't just scout in America. They don't just temporarily scout in other countries. They have whole divisions of their scouting department that look over just certain countries on their list. So, we have New Jersey. They have guys that are watching Kaapo Kakko on every single game. They're not just taking Jack Hughes because he's American. That's not even a part of the discussion. They're taking the best player available. So we'll only see. That's not really an argument, because obviously New Jersey, they're an American team, but that doesn't mean they're just going to take an American player just because he's American. That's not really an argument. Sure, Jack Hughes might get more coverage here, but for scouting, they have whole departments that will go watch Kakko every game, and they have whole departments that watch Hughes every game, because they really want to understand the player. They want to choose the right player. And they're not just going to choose Hughes just because he's American, because that's just not a thing. But from the consumer standpoint, from me, of course I see Hughes more than I see Kakko. So I would understand that argument. But in terms of scouting, real scouting, that's not really an argument. The NHL team is going to choose the player that they believe is best, and to do so, they're going to be scouting both sides. Alright guys, and so to kind of end off this video, I'm going to talk about 7 traits that we're going to analyze here. We're going to go on the more objective side, even though it is subjective, but the more objective side. So first of all, we're going to start with skating. Both are great skaters. However, Jack Hughes has that elite ability that players like Connor McDavid, have. So as for skating, I'd give it to Jack Hughes. The next trait is physicality. So Kaapo Kakko, he's already 6'2". Jack Hughes is 4 inches shorter. Physicality easily goes to Kaapo Kakko, which does help his puck control, which is another topic. So as for puck control, I'm going to give it as a tie. They have 2 different types of puck control. Jack Hughes has an amazing silky hands. Kaapo Kakko has really great set of mitts too, but he plays on the more physical side where he can power his way through, where Jack Hughes has that more silky smooth touch. So for hands, I'm going to give it a tie. And my camera's about to die, so I'm going to wrap up this video really soon. Shooting. I'm going to give that to Kaapo Kakko. So people do say that Jack Hughes doesn't have a good shot. However, I will say he does. He may not have the same velocity Kakko does, but he has a great shot too. He's just a pass-first type player, and if he finds a shot lane, he's going to take it. But for shooting, I'm going to give it to Kakko. Defense. So here's another interesting one. Jack Hughes can definitely come back in the rush and help the defensive play. But Kakko, because he has that more two-way game, I'm definitely going to give the defensive side to Kakko. Passing, Kakko's a great passer, but Jack Hughes, he's really, because of his amazing hockey IQ, he can find those slots. Just like I made the comparison to, Patrick Kane and Johnny Gaudreau. Kakko might be an unbelievable passer, but so is Jack Hughes. There's no denying that. Jack Hughes has that ability to find those open holes in the game and make the unbelievable pass. And hockey IQ, I'm going to end it on a hockey IQ. So hockey IQ, like I touched on before, is a really important trait of the game, which is why Jack Hughes is so sought upon, which is why he's been the #1 ranked, prospect all year. It's because he has unbelievable hockey IQ, which will develop his potential to, it's just limitless. Jack Hughes, on the other hand, Kaapo Kakko, on the other hand, also has really great hockey IQ. Just in my opinion, in every scout's opinion, it's not on the same level as Jack Hughes, but that doesn't mean everything, right? So maybe in 5-10 years, only time will tell which player is going to be better. But I believe that they're two different players. Jack Hughes is that more just offensive focus on the game, who doesn't have that defensive aspect. And Kaapo Kakko has that more two-way game, who, in lots of teams' opinions, may be the better player. But Jack Hughes, for leading the offensive side, you could say Jack Hughes has that better side. And it all really depends on who they slot these guys next to, on their teammates and, the whole structure of the lineup. So I think I actually went through them all. Hopefully I wrote it down on my notes. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys don't hate me as much on this video. I probably will get lots of hate. It's alright though. I really appreciate you guys and all the support. I really enjoy making these videos, so I hope to be more consistent for the future. And also, one other thing, I'm not American. A lot of people are just assuming I'm American, so I'm taking Jack Hughes' side. I'm actually from Vancouver, like a lot of these hockey channels are from. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Comment down below what you think. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.